I want to talk to you guys about choosing a WordPress theme. It's critical that before you start your site, you choose a theme that's going to work for you. So when you sit down and you get online and you start looking for a theme for your WordPress site, the most important thing is that you find a theme that has a structure that's going to work for you. And to go theme shopping, you can go to woothemes.com because the journals department has purchased all of these themes for you to use, so you are welcome to use one of these. Or you can just go to Google and type in like best WordPress themes. It helps if you put the year or last year so that you get the freshest WordPress themes, and just sort of look around at the themes that are available. There's thousands that are available. Some are free, some are paid. Woo themes are paid, but again, we've purchased all of these for use in this class. But I just want to show you a couple strategies for finding a theme. Now, whenever you're looking for themes, what you're looking at is theme demos. So people who make themes will actually put together a demo with some fake content. So we can look at Currents right here. The Currents theme, and click through to the demo site, and we're now seeing the theme in action. So this has just some dummy content that's going to show us, give us an idea of what this sort of theme does. And a lot of theme sellers will actually have buttons that will let you sort of look through all the different variations. So I'm changing the color from yellow, green, brown. I have all these different options. One thing that I would suggest when you are looking for themes is don't really worry about the color. Don't worry about what color the theme is. Don't worry too much about any graphics that are on it. All of these graphics right here are going to change because you're going to replace them with your own graphics. And you can even not worry too much about the typeface because all of these things are changeable. You can change the colors, you can change the graphics, and you can change the typefaces. So you want to be more concerned with the structure. And just as an example, here's a theme called Bueno. This is actually a free theme, and it has a couple different options. You can choose different colors. But I used this theme when I was in grad school for a student blog, and I didn't like the dots behind it, and I didn't like how the header was just plain text, and I didn't like any of the colors. So what I went ahead and did is I got rid of the dots, I put in a different background, so I created these arrows, I got rid of the text at the top and replaced it with a little graphic. You can even see right here where I have the different categories. I got rid of that and I just put the name of the blog. So you can actually do quite a bit to change these sites. But what you'll notice here is that the structure is the same. In the theme demo, I have kind of boxes to the left that stack up my blog posts in chronological order, and to the right I have all my navigation. And you'll see that's the same here. Changing the structure is going to be a little bit beyond what we're learning in this class. You have to know a type of code called PHP, and we're not going to learn that because it's pretty advanced. It would take us a few weeks to learn it, and we wouldn't have time to work on our sites, on the content of our sites. So we're not going to learn PHP, but it's okay because you can find a blog or you can find a theme that fits the structure you already want. So in this structure, or in this theme, I wanted all of my posts to just stack up in chronological order. So this structure worked really well. Now, I worked on another site for CCIM where we did not want it to be like a blog. We didn't want the posts to just stack up all to the left. We wanted to have a little blurb about us at the top, and then we wanted to have just one piece of featured news on the front, and we wanted to have Facebook, we wanted it to be Ball State colors, and so I had to find a theme that would allow for that. So I found this theme called Splendio, and I noticed that it the structure works for what I want. There's a logo, a navigation bar across the top. I have a nice sidebar here where I can put blog roll comments. I have this featured space right here, which I thought would be perfect for an About Us. And then we have latest posts and in other news. And this theme actually lets you skip this. So I turned this off, which meant that this latest post area filled up that extra space. And you can see it just has one latest post on the front. And that's really what I wanted. So the structure is the same on the site that I've made, but what I've done is I've changed all of the colors. You can even see I took out some of the background graphics. In this example, this demo, there's these like paper cut lines and all these boxes. I didn't like that there were so many, so I took them out, got rid of those paper cut lines. changed all the colors to be Ball State colors. So don't worry about the colors and graphics. You can see I even changed the graphic here to be a picture of Ball State. Don't worry about the color, don't worry about the graphics, and even if there's typeface you don't like, you can change that. So you really want to look at the structure. Just for an example, let's go to Woo Themes and click on Themes, and let's say that you are going to make a site for a pet sitting business. It's going to be my example throughout the semester. I'm going to click on Business to sort the themes so that I'm looking at just the businessy ones. And what I want to do is kind of imagine if these graphics and colors were the graphics and colors of my organization. So if I click here on Announcement, for example, and I go to the demo, and it's going to take me just a second to click through. What I want to do is look at this demo and sort of imagine that it was set up for my pet sitting business instead of whatever fake content the demo has. So I can sort of imagine that this might be pictures of animals here. And it could be clients, it could be the types of animals that my pet sitting business will take care of. There's a navigation bar here, so I can kind of imagine that maybe this says about us, this says, you know, our services. And I can kind of imagine making my own logo here with like a little illustrated dog or something. The problem is when I scroll down, now I have this stats and story section. And I can't really think of what that would be. It doesn't really fit for a pet sitting business. I don't really have stats for a pet sitting business like this. So it's looking like this actually is not going to work very well. And here again, the proud parents. I can't think of anything that would go here that would be good for a pet sitting business. And then all of my Facebook and Twitter and everything is at the very bottom. Well, if I have a business that's pet sitting, that's a business that a lot of getting a lot of new clients kind of relies on word of mouth. People want to know that you're trustworthy, that you can take good care of their pets. So you want to have stuff like Twitter and Facebook, you want to have that a lot further up on the page, especially, you know, if I had 5,720 fans for my pet sitting business, that makes me look really good. So I want visitors to my site to see that immediately and not have to wait all the way until the bottom to scroll down. So I'd rather have all this stuff on the side. So this theme's really not going to work for my pet sitting example. The structure is just not right. I could change the colors, I could change the pictures, but I just can't think of what I would fill this whole front page with. I don't have anything that works here. So I'm going to go back to Themes and back to Business and just sort of look around, and there's a couple in here that I know would be a lot better. For example, Empire. Now, when I see this site, I can really imagine this being a pet sitting business site. I can make my logo here, I could put my little dog logo in the corner and the name of my company where it says meet our team. That's perfect for a pet sitting business because people want to see the faces of the workers who are going to be in their homes. They want to know who these people are. Here's a little blog tab I can put in. This theme has different templates, so I can have a site map, I can have a contact form. That's perfect. I would probably want to put the contact form actually in the navigation bar. Search is great. I can kind of imagine that this area could be different blurbs about services. So this could be a picture of me walking a dog, and then it says, you know, dog walking available, and it has a little description of what that is and how much it costs, and then you click next, and I can have another pet sitting service here. And I could just keep going through the scroll bar. I can scroll down. These are little areas where I can put text. Feedback is great. I could actually change this to something like client recommendations, and I could put a little quote from a client right here, and then I could put their name here, and then you can sort of flip through and see all the nice things that people have said about my business. In this little widgetized area, I can put a little blurb about the business, talk a little bit about what we do. Get in touch is great for a business. You always want to send the message that you want people to get in touch with you, that you're a real business and you're available. So getting in touch, or having that get in touch thing there is perfect for pet sitting. And contact address. There's no place on here for Facebook or anything like that, but I think having client recommendations here sort of makes up for that. So this structure is looking really good, and I can sort of come in and look at some of the other pages and see if this works for me. Now something like portfolio, this I can actually imagine having each product here. So here's a picture of me walking a dog and it says, you know, dog walking, and here's a picture of me you know, feeding kittens and it says, you know, care of young animals, and here's a picture of me over here taking a cat to the vet and it says, you know, pet taxi services. So this is going to work out really well. The color, I can change the color. The typefaces, I can change. All these graphics, I can change. But the structure, I can't really change. And in this case, that's fine because it works for my business. So when you are looking for a WordPress theme, you really just want to look at the structure. Don't worry about the color. Don't worry about the graphics. You can change all of that. You just want to make sure that you have content to go on all of these pages. And your next step will be to wireframe. So in the next video, I'll show you guys how you can wireframe once you've chosen a theme.